Right, hello everyone. Not made a video in a while. I've been trying to get around a few things, starting a new job, etc. That's irrelevant. So anyway, I've been looking at my get home bag and a wild camping system as well, which would also massively increase the volume of stuff that you're carrying. So what we'll go over first is the get home bag, I think. So first off, in the get home bag, I want something that, regardless of anything, you want to grab something, you want to have everything that you're going to need on you, sort of literally attached to you. So there you go, there's a belt with everything, and it's a camo belt, but the buckle on it is absolutely immensely great. So we'll go over that shortly. So amendments to the get home bag. I think most people, they're always wanting to sort of blend in with the crowd. That's fine. And same here. I don't want to stand out. So, granted, it's a green bag, but come rain or shine or not, black bag over the top like that, just a rain cover. No one's really gonna think too much about it, I don't think. So I think that's the best option. Just a couple of additions that I've just chucked in. Just some thermal socks, and these will be going in the bug out bag. A few of these are just literally just 5 litre water containers. That weighs nothing, so that whenever you do get to wherever you need to be, you can always fill up, and there you go, you can have water. Another addition is going to chuck in, it's just a flameless ration heater. Reason being, if you're in the car and you just need to just heat up some, well, say heat up with some water. I guess you could just throw a bottle of water in that and just warm it up, quite potentially, or just an MRE in there, just in the car. And also a 2-person emergency shelter. My thoughts being is that it's big enough where you could roll it out on the floor, chuck it over you with everything in, and then you could sort of scoot over, stick your bag down, get everything out and just literally just sleep as it is, and then in the morning you can throw your bag and everything back in all together, and then just literally rip the shelter off last, and there you go, you can carry on. Space wise in the bag, it will then be completely full once the belt is out. Right, so onto the belt. This is something I've been working on over the last few weeks. I've tried to incorporate, actually it's a bit painful there, we'll move over. Right, I've tried to incorporate everything that you would need. So, Amazon's Black Friday sale, I got one of these pouches for about £6, and that is generally the bulk of everything in there. Bare minimal basics. Stanley multi-tool, I'm loving those things. I did also buy a flashlight thing. I was hoping it fit my bigger flashlight, but it doesn't, so I've just chucked a little flashlight in there. Just an empty pouch, since I ordered loads of pouches for my wild camping setup, which I'll show you in a minute. Got a load of just the standard paracord bracelets, whistle, fire starter on it, and you just stick that on your wrist. And especially at night, head torch is just so important. I wish I'd gone for the slightly higher up model like I've got for my wild camping, because it's got a red on it as well, so obviously it's a lot better in the dark. Another torch there, so there you go, we're up to 3 torches already. Wow. Right, in here, I'm not going to pull it out completely. Foil wrapped phone, 10,000 milliamp power bank, and a cable. And as you can see, it's in a waterproof container as well, so hopefully shielded from any electronic interference, which may result in needing to completely go home. Right, other amendments then. Just a completely very tiny water straw. I do need to actually chuck the extra 2 filters in with that, I think. But just pop it off, and there you go. Vaseline, chack lips, etc. Also, you can use fire starters, you can just stick a load of that on things. My little Promiffy knife, I love these. Should be UK legal to carry around because the blade's under 3 inches, so that's why I've got one of those, and that's as sharp as anything. Just a compass, not the best compass in the world, but it's slightly bigger than a button compass, so hopefully slightly more accurate. Emergency foil blanket. As you can see, these little towelettes that I'm pulling out, which are a bit of water that expands no end. Emergency fishing kit. 2 brand new Sharpie pens, redundancy in 2, 1 is none and 2 is 1. More of those. Little wire saw. Some water purification tabs. Oh gosh, there were loads in this one. Little thing of glue and a glow stick. And ta-da! Little mirror as well. Not mirror. I'll remember the name in a second. Magnifying glass. Jeez. Right, then I have a nice big fire starter whistle, which has got a thermometer and a compass on, and just a pen knife. Again, my idea there was that knives should be UK legal, lots of things on it, and being the whistle is for going around your neck, you just chuck that around your neck. Wipes, then waterproof notepads, use a Sharpie with that, paracord. Oh, 1 second. Right, I was almost there. Then last but not least in there, just two big electrical bag, Ziploc sort of, not even Ziploc, just effectively electrical bags, so they've got the swish things on, but they're pretty big. I've tested a couple of these now. You can fill them up with water, seal them, and they're just like big balloons, and they feel pretty sturdy, I've got to say. So there you go, you can just stick the water straw in it, and there you go. And you've got a drink on the go. And with the spare pouch, you can throw them in that. And you've got paracord, fire, you go fishing, or you could just literally walk home. So that is that section. Right, on to the main one, which I really love this idea now. I bought an army jacket a while ago, sort of, I'm guessing it's like an out in the field sort of throw on, sort of pouches around it, probably for ammo rounds, that sort of thing, and it's all right. It's pretty old and sort of tatty looking. Well, obviously it's super duper robust because of what it is, but wasn't quite doing what I probably wanted it to do. I decided I really want to go lighter, especially in camping, because you sort of try and go up a hill and you're carrying a half kilo sort of spade with you, so I've gone ultralight on things like that. So now what I've done is bought a sort of £20 sort of camo, effectively a Molle sort of vest sort of style, and then going on eBay, just buying, or Amazon on the other, and buying just loads of pouches, and then one super duper big pouch which I was hoping would then fit all cooking and stuff in. Fortunately it hasn't, so I'm not going to 100% pull everything out, but as an idea, there's 3 pouches on each side. So in this side, this is more like this is almost like an emergency one itself in here, so there's a little less air survival, but spare batteries, a few spare towelettes, fire steel, that sort of thing in there, just an old sort of flip out pen knife sort of thing got. Then moving into the next one. This is where it becomes a bit more brilliant for ultralight camping. Oh god, teeny tiny metal cup. Some boiling that as well, straight off a fire. Just a little fire steel and some waterproof matches. Under there is just a standard gas canister. So But there you go, literally cook on gas. That's all in that bit. Moving into the front pouch here, I have, let's pull this out, obviously my cook kit, which is literally can be used on both types, and I've got an adapter, so you can use it with the adapter on this bottle. And in there's matches and a lighter. I'm not going to get that back on now. Then in the bottom here, something else I've been working on. Yeah. So what this is it's a toilet roll, and then within the toilet roll is wax, which is also filled with cotton. So hopefully the wax, the wick will act as the wick, the cotton will act as the wick, and the wax will then act as the fuel. And then there you go. And then with a knife you can just cut it off to where you want it. So I could cut off a small section, throw it in the fire, and there you go, you get a fire going with that. So literally you've got a source of flame which you can adapt to what you want, and it's relatively inexpensive, and soy wax as well. So yeah, it's meant to burn more fuel efficiently. Right, then in here is generally torches, light sticks, another fire steel, what would be a non-UK legal knife for out and about on the streets. But wrap round, that's the paracord, another fire steel, knife sharpener. Next pouch on the other side, should we get out the lights, is Sawyer Mini water filter, two of the squeeze bottles, just a bit of bug spray in that one. I won't bother trying to unzip zip them up. In that one's just a compass at the moment, and a very, very tiny pointless compass. So that one's generally empty, so that's like an odds and ends one. I was going to say navigation, so torches, whatever. This is hygiene, so gloves, and then within here I've got a very, very small trowel, wipes, those expanding wipes, and some hand sanitizer, so you can always stay nice and fresh after business. Should have left these unzipped and remember which ones have been through. Yeah, right, that one. Been through, and been through all of them. So there we go, there's all of them. And then the other highlight of this is this mesh bit here at the back, Velcro at the top, so you can stick a water bladder behind you as well. And then, because the back is then completely open, if I turn this around, here's the real beauty of it. Just some lengths of paracord, just wrapped and attached. Tent, sleeping bag strapped on. And I've got space at the top there to attach a spare bag onto it. Right, after another interruption there, so there you go, gigantic sleeping bag, a whole 3 kilos of tent, that's like 5 kilos on your back then, and then because there's space for another one at the top here, you can put them whichever way round you want. So obviously if you want the weight at the top, which is what it's meant to be, should have put the tent further up, but that's working really quite well at the moment. Then once this is strapped in, you can just pull the compression straps, and I've got to say it's sitting higher up on my backside than it does usually on the rucksack. And there you go, you can just stick like a spare bag on, so if I need space for food, etc., which you would do, then there you go, compression sack, zip it up, boom, food on top. If I want to stick this on instead, so it's literally tarp bivvy setup, then there you go, can literally I can take the tent off and just whack that on. The paracord can just literally take off as and when I need to. And the biggest beauty of it all is that if I want to... Sorry, another distraction there. So, right, you can take that off. Boom, tent gone. Snug pack, I love that snug pack. Snug, gone. Whoop, there you go. Just spaghetti at the moment. So now I can literally attach. Well, now I can literally just put my sleeping. I can just put my rucksack on. So I can put this on first, rucksack on over the top, and there you go. I've literally got pretty much every single bit of camping kit slung around the front of me. So weight distribution wise, it's then going to be even better than having it all pulling you backwards, which I'm really loving the idea of that. And then yeah, you can chuck this on. You can fill it with as much beer as you can get hold of. So that makes that even more joyful. And then if you really want to as well, then you can obviously, where I've got the paracord, God, brain's gone. Where I've got like the paracord on top and stuff like that, can still attach sleeping bags, hiking poles, whatever to this. And there we go.